Hello and welcome back to Make It Right. I hope you are doing well. Those past 2 weeks I've been fully focused on making Fightback playable. The goal: get first 8 levels running smoothly and make sure that first 2 bosses are actually fun to fight. And while doing that, I had plenty of time to reflect, especially on the mistakes I made during the development. For the sake of YouTube trends, I've distilled it all down to 7 mistakes. Yes, 7. It's a magical number after all. So let's review my 7 mistakes. The first mistake is bloating up the scope. Yes, the classic. I tend to believe I can do more than I actually can today, tomorrow, always. During the earlier research, I studied competitor games and picked up a list of must-have features, but underestimating the complexity and sheer volume of work behind those systems. Before I knew, I was paralyzed by weight of my own to-do list, overwhelmed and procrastinating. What's the lesson? Keep the scope realistic, start small, prove the core, then build on top, not the other way around. Mistake number 2 is losing the track of quality. This one flows directly from mistake number 1. With so many features to implement, I got caught in a rush to just get things working, but without regular quality checks, bugs started piling up. Eventually, I lost trust in my own game build. That's when you get bug paralysis, a fear of moving forward because you're sure something is broken somewhere. Keep your game in a good shape. It boosts your confidence and gives you a solid foundation to build on. Mistake number 3, over-delegating development. On one point, to me, I trust people. 1 point against me, I don't manage quality control very well. I handed off a lot of core development to freelancers, and at some point I lost a track of how the framework even worked. And look, those freelancers are brilliant, but they not in the room with me. They don't own the final product. I do. If you're not studio with the dev team you see daily, stay close to the code. Otherwise, you will be left debugging a system you barely know and barely understand. Mistake number 4, under-delegating art. Now, this one is personal. I love to drive, but what I love more is when my drivings look like I imagined them. The problem, while I was sketching away, I wasn't focusing on more critical work, such as fixing game-breaking bugs. If you are not a full-time artist, don't try to be. Hire a designer. Let them do their job while you're doing yours. Time is your most precious resource. Use it wisely. Mistake number 5, poorly documenting research. At the start of the project, I did fantastic competitor research. It informed a ton of product decisions, but I was rushing and I didn't structure the document properly. Now, 3 months away, I can barely remember why and what I have made and what kind of decision I made based on what. Document everything. Even bullet points in a shared doc are better than relying on memory. Future you will say something to you today. Mistake number 6, overcomplicating systems. Here, the practical one. I'm using Unity and I use ScriptableObjects for storing the game data. It's basically a good idea and the way to go. But I started stuffing everything into giant monolithic ScriptableObjects that make them very hard to read, hard to debug, and nearly impossible to change. Solution is simple. Avoid huge monolithic ScriptableObjects. Break them down. Use small reusable composable ScriptableObjects to build up larger structures. It's not just about single responsibility principles. It's about staying agile during the active development, because most probably you will have to change your huge object composition, and in this way it's gonna be easier to recompose smaller objects which create and compose a big one. Mistake number 7, delaying playtests. My biggest regret. Due to bugs, Google Play review, and mountain of other excuses, I still don't have a proper alpha test running. And that means I'm developing without a feedback, which is terrifying. Don't do what I did. As soon as level 1 is working, start asking for feedback. Even if it's unfiltered nonsense, you still get value from it. Avoid working in vacuum. Let people in early. Yes, it's uncomfortable and mostly saying nonsense to you, but it's necessary, because after all, you will reflect on it and make a good conclusions, which definitely gonna help you. Those were my 7 biggest mistakes so far. Mistakes are part of the process, but the key is don't let your mistakes become your habits. Learn, adjust, and move forward. Keep the good patterns, ditch the bad patterns. In the next episode, I will tell you about the financial side of game development. In particular, we will talk about how much does it cost for me to build one boss. See you in 2 weeks. Have a nice 2 weeks.